So I'm doing a new series where I'll be discussing a few things, lots of topics in here and there. And today's one, what I'm going to be talking about is 5 tips if you are in a long distance relationship. And I also think that even if you are in a relationship, and the person is maybe a bit far, but that would be a long distance relationship, would it be? Anyway, yeah. So anyway, my husband is living in South Carolina right now, so it's a different state, really, really far away from me. And I've done long distance relationship before, where I was in Namibia before we got married, and we're doing the long distance relationship. So I thought maybe I could share a few insights of what I'm learning, what I have learned, and still learning in this process. Because clearly, I haven't learned the first time. I'm learning it for the second time. If I have to go through this, I'll be an expert. Maybe I should write a book about it, huh? Anyway, let's get on to it. The first one that I've learned is know where you stand. I know it seems simple, but yeah, we're in a relationship. But does the other person really know that you're in a relationship? So no. I always think that it's best, especially, you're going, okay, here, we're in a relationship now. Hey, what are your expectations with us being so far away from us? What do you expect from me? What do I expect from you? So the person knows that, okay, fine, this is what's going on. So you can know that at least this person knows what I'm expecting from them. Your needs can be met in that relationship. And also it helps you set the foundation for your relationship to make sure that, hey, this is gonna work, or what are we expected from each other? How are we gonna communicate? How are we gonna talk to each other? How often are we gonna communicate? How should we do that? I know it seems so simple, but those simple little things are very important to establish your relationship, and especially at the beginning, it helps set a foundation for a relationship. So know where you stand with that person, and don't be afraid to know that other person know. I know it's a very scary thing to do for some people, but at least you're letting the other person know. This will help in the future without you thinking, I thought he didn't say it, but at least you know for sure for yourself that this is where I stand with this person. So that's the first one. Know where you stand. Number 2 is communicate about everything. I think the most thing that you can do for your relationship while you're far away from each other is communicating. I remember, and this is the silliest thing, but I remember when my husband and I were dating and getting to know each other, and we would share everything. And there was a 9-hour difference between the two of us. So I was ahead because we're in the future. But even with that, we shared about everything. I remember waking up, I would say, hey, good morning, and this is what I'm doing. Today I'm doing this. And I'll take clips or pictures of things that we're doing, or pictures with cousins or friends, or what I'm eating, So when he gets to see it, when he wakes up, he gets to see a whole day of everything that I, went through. And then he's waking up and I'm going to bed. So when he wakes up, he already knows, hey, this is what Loini has been up to. I respond to Loini, and then he tells me his day, what he's been up to. Now, I'm not able to communicate with him as much, especially through text or messages and such. But what I would do right now is every day, I just write what we did today. This is what we do with the kids. This is what we did. This was fun, or this got me frustrated. But I included him in my life, in my day, to make him feel like he's part of it. So make them feel as if they're there. And because you can't have those experiences with them, so why not just be with them in such a way that you share your life with them? They can be part of it. So that's number 3. That's number 2. Number 3 is put in the work. You cannot expect to be in a long distance relationship and I think it's harder compared to just a normal relationship, because you're not with that person all the time. So you have to put in the work. So that means that doing every little thing, it's a lot of work, but I know that it's so much better when you put in the work, when you do those little things together, when you communicate, how you communicate, really putting in the time. You can't put in a 20%, it's I don't want to feel like doing that. It depends, but put in the work. It's needed for your relationship to grow, to blossom, to be what it wants to be, or what you hope it to be. Number 4, and this is a really, really hard one, I feel, for a lot of people, and I'm a firm believer in that. to be in a long distance relationship or in any kind of relationship, I think it's very important that you are vulnerable with the other person, which goes on with the first one, where when I mentioned that you need to let your expectations be known by the other person. Let them know what their expectations are. So when you know what this person's expectations are in that relationship, it allows you to be vulnerable. I don't really think that a relationship can grow as much if the other person's not willing to, let's say, share a little bit about themselves. And I think that's one of the hardest things. When you are in a relationship, it's really hard for you to share those feelings with the other person, but you trust that person. If the trust is there, why not? Be vulnerable with that person. Let them know who you truly are. Let them into your world and love them. I just feel like there's this thing where in this nowadays people are playing hide and seek, and my cousin and I do this a lot, playing tennis. It doesn't work. You know, if you really want to put that work in a relationship, and if you feel that person is not being vulnerable enough or they're not giving it, then you need to let that person know. But I feel like that sense of connection that you have that person brings your relationship closer. You connect very, very deeply, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Get in tune with who you are and the other person. It really, really strengthens your relationship. Moving on to number 5. Make time for it and have fun. Have fun. Make the best out of it. I remember I know. Every single time I go back, I reflect on my relationship with my husband and how it was when I was in Namibia. And I remember there was a specific time where we had a romantic dinner. And what happened was he was on the other side. He had a candle. I was on the other side. I had a candle, and we were eating, and we just made sure that we have dinner, and he had dinner on the other side, and we just sat and we just talked, and that was really, really special to us. So we made time for it. We made time for each other. He was a priority to me, and I know I was a priority to him. And I also see it right now, like even with his letters, he shares every little detail about his life. What am I doing today? What did I do? He cannot go as much because he doesn't have enough time, but he makes sure that he makes that effort for me. And for you to make that relationship work, you gotta do it. And I know you must be thinking, money relationships are so hard. Yes, they are hard, but I've learned that it becomes difficult before it's easy. And if that person is worth it, why not? Right? Why not spend time or let that person know that you love them? Because in the end, it's so worth it. It's so worth it to be loved, and it's so worth it to love someone. And I think that is why we're here, to experience that kind of love and joy. And just because you're in a long distance relationship doesn't mean it's not gonna work. It means that you just probably need to put a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice to make it work. But anyway, I hope you like it. This is a new series that I'm trying to give in a few details about marriage and life and such, because I feel we need that. And if you have more good advice that you want to share, please let a sister know. I would love to know. Maybe I can use that in my own relationship. I hope you can use that, and let me know how it's going. Other than that, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go. Peace out. That's me. Bye.